And action. Hey there YouTube, Ed B here, W4EMB, with a video on practicing. What do we do to practice? Alright, so I'm going to switch screens. I'm going to show you an Excel spreadsheet that I made. This Excel spreadsheet has 4 columns to it. Column B is our 50 state abbreviations, okay, all the way down to Wyoming. Column C, I'm looking off the side because that's where my other screen is. Column C is our alphabet, right? So we have A through Z. And then after that, I go through my numbers, 1 through 9 and 0. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And then since I had some leftover spaces here, what I did was I filled those with my more common problem letters. F, L, Z, Q, 8, 7, P, F, and I just filled that in with my problem ones. All right, which ones do I have a hard time hearing? Okay, and then this final column, the most common words that you're going to hear during, say, a POTA exchange, because I think POTA, Parks on the Air, is a great gateway into getting on the air. All right, so what are some of the common words that we hear during an exchange? So not just A, B, C, but how about a whole word? Because you know it if I play this. CQ, CQ. Right? CQ, CQ. You knew that. You didn't think to yourself, oh, that's a C and a Q. You know that sound is CQ. So we need to learn just a small group of sounds. Besides just CQ, if we add just a few more groups to our vocabulary, Evan, K2EJT, and Aaron Bowman, W4ARB, both talked about this vocabulary. If you could build your vocabulary up, it makes getting on the air really easy. You'll just know what's being sent when you hear the sound. So just like when you hear and you know I'm going to mess it up too, you just know that that's CQ. Well, if you practice this stuff enough, then you'll know Roger, Roger, RR. You'll just know what that is when you hear it together. Thank you. Thank you. Some people say thanks, TNX. It's not as often as when you're doing a Parks on the Air exchange. TU is typically what you're going to hear. So let's talk about those. I put CQ. I put this is, or DE. ES for and. GA, good afternoon. GL, good luck. GM, good morning. GE, good evening. BK for over. 73, 72, POTA, thanks, and thank you. And there's that RR. All right, so I put these in here. And then what did I do? I just copied that, pasted it again, and then filled in the remainder down at the bottom just to make 50. All right, now why did I do that? Let's talk about column A. I kind of skipped that. Column A, you see a big long number in there, but that's actually not what's in there. That's not a 0.951601. That's not what's really in that cell. What's in that cell is a formula that says equals RAND, parentheses, close parentheses. And then you just click the little corner of that, and you're able to just drag that down like that, and it will put that random in there. Now, what does that random do? Well, if I come all the way down to the bottom, and I just stick my mouse here, and I say G, tab, watch these numbers on the left. They all just moved. So that whole column just moved, all right? So why is that important? Let me shrink this down a little bit. All right, so you know what's in there. All of those numbers just moved. So I want to sit down during my practice session, and I want to send my whole alphabet, okay? Now, you don't want to just send it A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E every day. Every time you send your alphabet, change it up and send it in a different order. So the sheet does this for me. I just come over here and I'll highlight the top where it says A. And I'm going to come over to where it says sort and filter. I'm going to hit sort smallest to largest. Now this thing pops up that says, hey, do you want to expand the selection? Meaning, do you want to take the other cells next to those numbers as well? So here I just told it to do A, but it's asking me, hey, do you also want to do B, C, and D? I'm going to hit expand the selection. So watch what happens when I hit sort. Watch columns B, C, and D. Now they're all out of order, right? They're no longer in alphabetical order, numerical order, or anything. So now I can start right here at the top, and I can just grab my arrow button if I wish. That way I can have a marker, and I can just start sending, practice sending. But you know what? Maybe I'm not up to my states yet. But why not? If you know your letters, practice your states also. They're just letters. So let's practice them. You get the idea. Use the same method over here. Start on your H. All right. Then let's work on these words. Now, let's think back to what we just heard. That speed, I'm set up at 20 words a minute on a paddle so that I know that I'm going 20 words a minute. Just for the mere fact of showing you that as soon as you heard, you know that that's CQ. So go ahead and practice up here. Practice where it's hard. Practice where it's hard to get it going that quickly. Now, if you're still at the point of trying to learn your letters, turn off that key or get your hand on your straight key, and let's go to our straight key. All right, put your hand there, and then you can still do the same thing where you come up here to your top word. Get my other hand is on my keyboard. There you go. So you get the idea there, right? Okay, so having said all that stuff, go ahead and mute that. Let's go ahead and we'll head back to this one. There we go. All right. So again, that's just using an Excel spreadsheet with the random formula in order just to randomize my 50 states, my numbers and letters, my alphabet and my numbers. Fill in the bottom with your tough ones, and then go to those common phrases and words. Work your way down the sheet in each column one time. Do your states, do your letters, do your words. Go back to the random column, make the numbers mess up. Make the numbers change again. Then tell it sort again, give you a whole different order, and then go down through your sheet again. Then go down through your sheet again. Maybe do the sheet 3 times. Do that. Next thing I like to talk about, if I still have time and if you're still here, grab a cheap paperback book that you can write in. Okay, and the next thing I'd like you to do after you have that cheap paperback book is I want you to download a program called Audacity. 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 Now, once you have downloaded this program called Audacity, then, can it come up again? Bloop. Oh boy, yeah, I'm in the way. Move me around a little bit here. Okay, now that you have this program called Audacity downloaded, you can set it up over here like audio setup, recording device. So I told it, hey, record from the microphone that's next to your radio or that's next to your oscillator. Okay, and then that way you can come over here and you can hit record. You can send something. I guess, you know what? Let's stop that. Let's try that again. Recording device, microphone, Yeti Nano. Here we go. Oops. Okay, let's stop that. Let's see how well that worked. Yeah. Oops. Okay, so that's called Audacity. All right. So download this program called Audacity, set it up to record to the proper thing. When you're done recording, come up here to File and hit Export Audio. File name. We're going to change the file name. But this is what I want you to do. Go to your book, flip to any page. Page 197. Pick a sentence and mark. And if it's a short sentence, then pick 2. So you have about good 10, 12 word sentence. And then mark before I put an X before at the beginning and end of the sentence. And then I'm going to sit and I'm going to record this sentence. And I'll just give you a quick example. I'll turn down my speed here a little bit. Okay, he had blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to use Audacity, hit record, send this sentence, hit stop, export that file. What do I want to call that file? I want to call it 197 September 3rd and save that in its own folder called recordings, whatever you're going to call it. Okay, do 5 sentences today. Do 5 sentences. Okay, if you do 5 sentences just like that, record, play the sentence, stop, save the file as page number and the date, and then flip a book, open it back up. The bug was built into the Timex watch on Clyde's left wrist. Who's going to remember that, right? So mark it, play it, record it. That's called 3:59, September 3rd. 1:09, September 3rd. Do 5 sentences. Save them in a folder. Don't listen to them for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. So, let's talk about what we just did. If we use our Excel spreadsheet, and we go through all of our states, we go through our alphabet, and we go through our common words, we do those 5 times each. Sending. Send it as quick as you can, without mistakes, right? If you're starting to flub it too much, back your speed up a little bit, send it again. Do that for 2 weeks. Also with sending from a book, save them. Then 2 weeks, and do that every day. Do it every day. 5 sentences every day. Then what happens is 2 weeks from now, right? Sit down, open your Excel spreadsheet, do your 5 times, send everything. Now that that's fresh in your head, now go to your sendings folder and open up one of your audio recordings from 2 weeks ago. Page whatever it was. So you'll just open one, get your pad and pencil out and ready, and go get a new book. Go get a new notebook. I just got this one today. Go get a new notebook, brand new piece of paper, and you can write across the top of it 159 September 3rd, so you know what that is. And then put a number 1, meaning this is here we go, first go. Play. And then pencil and paper, record your own sending. Put a line if you miss it. Just draw a line. Go all the way to the end. Okay? After it's done playing your sentence, look at it. See if you can decipher it. If not, if you're like, ooh, that's pretty rough. Okay, come down, put a number 2, try again, play, just decode it again. And it's okay to look up to your first copy to see what letter that was. If you have to, play it again. But do that by putting a 1, a 2, a 3 every time you attempt to decode it, and you have that number down, you know, on what file is that, that's fine. Okay, and if you want to switch to another sentence, all right, flip a page. Up here in the top, hey, this is page 109, September 3rd. First attempt, here we go. Play. Try to record it. Second attempt. Third attempt. And decode 5 sentences today. Now, when I say decode, don't get it. You don't have to get the sentence perfectly first time through. You don't have to get the sentence perfectly the 4th time through. But you attempted to decode it. And then go, that's enough. That's enough practice for the day. What happens is when we're trying to do our practice at home, we're so focused on getting every letter. We're so focused on getting the message. But if we're at the point where we're learning, then we have to understand we're training right now. So during training, you're not supposed to get it all. If you're getting it all, then you're trained, right? Why practice if you're already getting it all? So where you want to be is where you are falling short, if that makes sense. If you're getting it all first time through, and you're getting every letter first time through, and you're getting the sentence first time go, time to do something to up the game, right? Now we start increasing our speed on our sending. Start shortening that Farnsworth gap that we're using. But anyway, I would like to know, those of you who are just working on you know your letters. So if you printed off your alphabet, you could sit and send your alphabet. I would like you to help me out. Do your states, do your alphabet, do those key words that I said. Send those 5 times each. And then send 5 sentences a day and record it. 2 weeks from now, start decoding those sentences. Later, as you go, you're going to, and keep the one brand new book, because you'll have across the top, oh, there's 159 attempt. Oh, there's page 109, 4 attempts. If you wanted to, you could even get those little tabbies that hang off to the side. Or if you wanted to use one of these 5 category notepads, or, somehow so that you can say, all right, well, my first time I tried to decode page 109, it took me 5 attempts and I still didn't get it all. But now here it is 4 weeks later, and I've actually decoded page 109 in 2 attempts. I got it done. That's the reason why we're keeping one clean notebook that's brand new, that's for nothing but your recording practice, so that way you can see your progression. When you see your own progression, you'll cruise up over top of that next plateau. All right, folks, I'm Ed. This is 18 minutes and 41 seconds of time you'll never get back. But I would really like to see somebody take those common words, their ABCs, their states, send them. Just send them, send them, send them. 5 sentences a day. The reason I say 5 is so that way you don't have just one sentence memorized, right? Because if you do 5 sentences a day for 2 weeks, 2 weeks from now, you won't remember what sentence that is. I mean, that's 14 times 5. That's a lot of sentences, right? Okay. Let me know how that works out. I'm really curious. Tell me if that type of practice session is good for you. Tell me if this rambling is too much. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. I'm at W4EB. We'll see you on the next one.